Getting ready to get busy. 7 in the lobby, which means it is about to go down. Once again, this is going to be Orbital going against Brews Brothers. Orbital coming in undefeated with Brews Brothers fully defeated, but that can change very quickly. Jerome striking right off the bat, though. 3 seconds in, and really that was just awkward to see, unfortunately. But those do happen on kickoffs. 3 seconds in, Orbit going up big, though, 1-0. Plenty of time, though, for Brews Brothers to bring this thing home as they try to do. Phoenix and Brokefinger to go off the kickoff on this one. As the ball does shoot corner. Law's going to bounce this one back. Going to be another shot coming in from Orbital, though. Phoenix moving in to clear that one. Does rotate around. Jerome getting a shot up there, but challenge from Orange does make that one fly away, I should say. No Bake cycling this one back. Lots of pressure coming from Brews right now. Loken is going to get the bang and clear on that one. Looks to continue on with it, trying to cycle some of that possession back down to the other side. Right now, lots of pressure coming from Orbital. Not seeing anybody back as Loken tries to race there, gets the bang off the wall. Does float towards the back. Jerome's going to challenge that one. Can't touch it, though. Law gets a top on that one. Loken's going to try to sink it in, but No Bake going to be there just in the nick of time. Pressure now coming from the Brews Brothers. They're looking to respond from that quick, speedy 3-second goal Orbital put up in the first 4 seconds of the game. Jerome sending this one back towards the other side. Broke may come out, try to clear this one. It is put up by Jerome. No Bake's going to get a challenge on it, but a tip from Orange. Looks like that one made it impossible for that one to go in. Not sure why there was no credit for his save. Did look to me like Orange had challenged that one up high. Broke Fang's going to take this one a little bit higher, just like Creed. Not sure that was the direction he was going for on that one. Nonetheless, it does shoot up there. Broke's going to get the challenge on this one. Awkwardly enough, though, that does go in. Orbital scores. Phoenix sending this one in. Fang tried to get the bouncer on this one, sending it out, but that caught the near post on the inside. In his defense, you never know what the post is going to do in Rocket League. 1 second, that thing will shoot out 10,000 yards the other direction. Other times it goes in like a magnet. You never know what you're going to get, like Forrest Gump. 2-0 is your new score right now. Orbital leading. Best of 5 series. Exclamation IGL gives you all the information that you need to know about the Indy Gaming League. Law's going to try to balance this one, but Phoenix comes in over the top of the table. Looks like a bicycle kick from Liu Kang. Sends that one in just over 3 Orange defenders. I believe Lawler came in there with the power slide. Just trying to put people in front of the ball. 3-0 is your score right now. Phoenix and Broke are going to challenge this on kickoff. Law will get the touch on this. No Bake may challenge. Law gets it up, though, looking for somebody to fly in from Orange. Loken coming in off the assist from Law. That one shows signs of life from Brews Brothers as they are on the board 3-1. Great play. You love to see any time that ball goes up off that back wall. You love to see the teammate come in for the save, getting that goal in there. Loken's going to come off the top with this one. We'll see if Brews Brothers have been sandbagging this entire time. Wouldn't be surprised. I've heard things about this team. Oh, good things. Joking. It's because there's another caster on there. The last thing I need is somebody saying it's a bunch of Smurfs. No Bake banging this one back to the side, though. Law's going to look to pinch this and does get it off the wall. Loken's going to try to stay with this one. Broke is going to be back for it, though. Up, trying to get the bounce off the backboard. Is able to get that one cleared away. Orbital right now keeping the pressure going. Loken will walk this one out. Might have been a teammate that tried to combine like Voltron to help. As Phoenix continues this one on the opposite side of the pitch. Broke may come down for the challenge. Does get it by one. Gets the double off the wall, but a banging clear from Law puts this one in trouble for Orbital, and it does go in. 3-2 is your new score. The Brews Brothers brewing up some points right now, too. Back on the board with no responses from Orbital. Brews Brothers are here to fight now. Jerome and Loken are going to challenge this one. Up high goes Phoenix. Looking for the beat on that one, but Bake sends that back towards middle. This one's dropping down now, but a banging clear from Loken sends it back. Brews Brothers right now have completely flipped this script, putting lots of pressure on this blue team. Not what we saw on the initial minute or two of the game. Broke's going to get a shot on just high right. Jerome did go up to challenge that one. Not sure that one would have gone either way, but better safe than sorry as they do get the save on that one. Floating back towards the net. This one floating off the back corner. Loken's going to try to do something with it. Law, though, will be able to pinch that towards the corner. Jerome is pressing too fast, too furious. Flies right by it, though. Coming back on the opposite side, though. This one floats up. Loken going for the challenge. Dropping down. Law's going to try to be there. Does get the touch on it. But another defender comes up and forces that one to stay kind of around their area. Not pinching out too far. Jerome's going to get the touch on this one. Loken will send this one back. Lots of pressure right now, once again, from the Brews Brothers. Lawler getting a demo there on Jerome. Gets him on the way back, but Jerome respawns just where he needs to be. He's able to challenge this one. Big touch coming from Nobake, though. Gets it over the defender. And now Orbital is up by 2 with less than a minute on the clock. Nobake just turned that one into a great shot, getting it right over to the defender. Good timed shot on net from Nobake. Loken's going to challenge this one, leaving it up for Brokefang, who comes out of nowhere. Elijah Wan with the NBA Jam. Didn't see that one coming from a mile away. Great setup by Loken there. Brokefang redirecting that one to right where it needs to go. We saw the goalie starting to pull off to the right as you're looking at it. Brokefang said no, it's going left, right where it needs to be. 4-3 is your score right now. Brews Brothers really coming back at this one, putting the fight to Orbital. Loken's going to receive this one, floats towards the back. Broke will challenge on it. Tried to get that pinch off to the teammate. Blue was unable to come down with that one. Loken does get the touch off the backboard. Jerome challenges, pushing this back into orange territory. Clock is winding down on Brews Brothers. Law does send this one back to blue territory. Phoenix pinches it back towards the wall. Loken getting a touch on it, trying to see if anybody from Brews Brothers is going to be there. Lots of pressure right now from Brews Brothers. This one is about to wind down. Dead ball rule in effect. Jerome's going to send this one the opposite side, causing it to drop. And Orbital will take game number 1. We're going to send it up to Dan for some of that sweet home analysis. Back to you with play-by-play in just a minute. So let me just say, Brews Brothers woke up. I was pretty concerned initially that first minute or two on this one getting out of hand, but really they kind of gathered themselves, composed themselves appropriately, and really turned this into a way more competitive game. Brilliant shots really coming from both teams. Orbital just able, they were able to run away early on, and Brews just could not catch up from that one. And they just, like I said, went down in that deficit. But this one is going to get interesting, I think, in this game, too. You certainly can't count either team out. Orbital, obviously, in the lead, though. But Brews Brothers really right there at their heels, and would not be shocked to see this one come down to a 5. Not going to say it yet, but certainly this is anybody's game. Orbital played extremely well from the get-go with the pressure, boost stealing, bumps. They really just caught Brews Brothers off guard. I mean, this is 3 seconds in, we had our first goal. So we'll see how this one goes. We're going to send it back down to Ad for that sweet play-by-play. Oof. You like to see it. You like to see it. This one is getting interesting fast. Orbital is in charge right now, 1-0 for the match score, game score, I should say. Lots of time, though, for Brews Brothers to get back into this thing. We saw some great passes towards the latter part. Orbital, that lead that they gathered early on, though, really created that buffer for them to win. Bouncing back towards the corner, Jerome's going to challenge. Loken, though, does get it up and over. Nobake's going to go up top, though, bouncing this one down. Law keeping up high, though. Brews Brothers not letting that ball get out of their area, getting out of Orbital's area. Much different than what we saw in that first game. Lawsifer with the challenge pushes that one back. A little bit of ping pong going on back and forth. Little bump coming from No Bake, but Law's right where he needs to be. Is able to knock that one away. Broke waiting to receive this one right where he needs to be as well. You like to see the rotations right now. They are certainly working for Brews Brothers everywhere they need to be, saving some of them. Just have to be careful and keep the pressure going back the other way. That way they can buy time. Jerome does get a demo on Broke, who was in net, but that one should not cause any issues. Brokefang disappears again. Looking like a Woody video right now, as Brokefang's been wiped off the face of the earth. I want to say twice now within 10 seconds. Could be Orbital targeting Brokefang right now. Phoenix going to try to pound on that one, but somebody from Orange is able to challenge and get that one knocked away. Jerome sending this one off the wall. Law's able to get it, though, as Broke was not able to rein that one in. That ball does go to the opposite corner. Off the wall right now, No Bake is up on the challenge. Phoenix will opt to send that one out as it does bounce towards opposite side in mid. No Bake pitches it off the wall. Locan getting the touch on it, bouncing it over to Phoenix as we now have a battle of back and forth. Score is 0-0 right now. Everybody's defense is holding up quite well. Rotations are looking well as well. We'll see how many times I can say well in 10 seconds because I just did it 3 or 4 times. This one's going to drop down over to Jerome, who is going to continue to keep the pressure on. Broke does clear that out, but not before Jerome offers a parting shot on it. Phoenix going to send this one back. Brews Brothers right now working in a lot of their pressure. Locan sending this one back the other way. Seems like a good moment to take a second and grab a drink while we do the back and forth thing. You do like to see it, though, because this is going to come down to a matter of good challenge there from Locan and No Bake. That one high right of Orange net, but Locan able to get in there and get the save on it. Because this one is really just going to come down to who's going to make that mistake or get the clutch demo when needed. That will separate, I think, the winner of this game, though, because those are going to need to come at the opportune time to create that space and leave that net wide open. Phoenix going to send this one up high. Jerome is up in the air for the aerial, gets it off the backboard, not seeing anybody from Blue ready to play the passing game, though. Great dribble by Phoenix, puts it right over the goalie, though. Great heads-up play. Broke did offer a parting shot to the teammate. Not sure that that one had anything to do with the play, but I just wanted to point it out. 1-0 is your new score right now. Orbital is leading. Brews Brothers certainly have a lot of time to respond in this one. That does fall off the top. No Bake with a nice little catch. Challenged by Law is going to keep the pressure going as Phoenix does challenge this one, and we kind of go back to the back and forth ping-ponging affair. Wide open net from Blue initially. Not something we've seen too frequent, but they were able to cycle back. No Bake's going to send this one wide. Locan does pinch it off the wall, looking to see him touch it again, trying to prevent any off-wall passes from the Blue team. No Bake and Law are going to challenge this one. The 50 does go down, keeps the ball in Orbital territory. Another game of back and forth right now as the teams are vying to get possession and get some good shots on net. Right now, Brews Brothers, though, do need to add something onto the scoreboard. They are down. Series is going Orbital's way now. Phoenix going to catch this one, not before a little bit of pressure keeps it in Brews Brothers territory, though. Locan and Jerome getting the death-suicide, murder-suicide, I suppose you could call it. Both of them are gone, for what it matters. One orange, one blue. By now, though, they have come back. Jerome getting a shot on there. Phoenix sending it off the wall. Okay, that was Law. My apologies. Sends it off the wall. Kind of just possession biting them. And they get a shot in there. How you doing, Roger? Welcome to the stream. You got Orbital going against Brews Brothers right now. Brokefang's going to flip this one back to mid. 35 seconds coming on the clock. Still time for Brews Brothers to respond, though, as they are looking for their first win this winter circuit, I should say. 2021. This one's bouncing. Law's going to get the clear on it. Challenge from Jerome. Keeps it up high, though, off the backboard. Broke's finally able to knock that one out, but Phoenix sends another one up looking for No Bake. This one's going to be wide open, though. Jerome's going to get a touch. Broke is able to check the brakes and stop in just enough time to get a save on that one as it does float back towards blue territory. But this one is starting to wrap up and will be another win for Orbital in this best-of-5 series. Once that ball drops, we have dead ball. It is Orbital. Coming up, taking game number 2, we'll send it up to Dan for some of that analysis. Woo, okay. I mean, it was better. It was certainly much better for Brews Brothers. That last game, they had a real slow start. This one started to kind of go either way from the get-go, but Orbital right now is just able to capitalize on a lot of mistakes that Brews Brothers are making. We saw a couple of missed clears from Orbital or from Brews Brothers that turned possession over for Orbital, and really that is just one, of the facets that you have to look at going forward is those quick turnovers off the banging clears. They're definitely getting a lot faster. They're not being suffocated like we saw that first game. Orbital did a really good job initially keeping pressure on Brews Brothers, not letting them get out. They definitely were able to get out a bit more this time, but not as much as I'm sure they would have liked. You got 3 shots coming from Brews Brothers, Orbital with 7 for in their name. So this one's going to get interesting. Brews Brothers do have to turn it around. They've got to win out here, pull the reverse sweep if they want to get that first win for the circuit. Orbital, though, is rocking right now. They just need to keep playing what they're playing and keep the pressure on because it's certainly theirs to lose at this point. Get ready to start game number 4, though. 3, I should say. We'll set it back down to Ad for some of that play-by-play. All right. Must-win situation right now for Brews Brothers. Talked about it. Who is going to strike first in this one? I don't know. But I will tell you, this one very well could down to the wire. Brews Brothers have a lot of work to do, though, as they look for the reverse sweep. Loken's going to send this one back. Phoenix, though, with the challenge, almost scoring. Almost as fast as the first goal of the game. That one would have been at 7 seconds. Right off the bat, though, Orbital coming out swinging. Brokefane's going to send this one off the top. Does get the bounce on it. Loken pushes it upper right. Brews Brothers living life in the fast lane. Brokefang with a nice touch, getting it over one defender. No Bake was far post, could not get over there in time. Loken picking the perfect place and time to fly in. Jerome does want Fang to know that he likes your topper. Now I'm more curious. I saw a green thing on the car, but I'm normally looking at the way they're moving. So now I really want to know what this topper is, because for somebody just to say that in the middle of a game, I want to see. No Bake's going to get the double on this one. Loken may challenge, but Law's going to be there first. Going to challenge by Phoenix. Phoenix does get a tap on it, but that still stays mid-pitch. Loken redirecting, sending that towards the other side. Demo coming from Law on Jerome. Brokefang getting a little bit of a shot there, but No Bake should be able to clear, and does. Ping-ponging back and forth right now. Lucifer, though, is going to send this one up high. Phoenix tap and boost, trying to drop it down. Broke's going to look for somebody on the opposite side, but Jerome's going to be there, floating back towards the net. Phoenix gets the final touch on it, and we have a tied game at 1-1. Jerome sent that in a perfect spot over to Phoenix. Orbital just had them beat on the rotation. All 3 from Orange caught cheating too far. 1-1 is your score right now. Loken carrying this one is swiped away by No Bake. Phoenix taking this one up high off the wall, trying to touch it down. Goes by 1. Brokefang, though, is going to get the touch on that one, sending it opposite wall. Able to keep it there as No Bake missed a touch coming from the wall. Tried to clear that one. This one still floating high. Loken going up, able to pinch it in right under the defender from Orbital. Brews Brothers back up on top, not going silently into the night. That one is going to get interesting fast. Taker coming in for the raid. Thank you very much. Taker wanted to see what the other caster here has to say. I don't know, Tank, because the game was paused for, well, I don't want to say pause, but Seeger got a comment on the topper for the car. So I've never seen that before in gameplay, but they felt it was enough to stop for a second and say, hey, Fang, I like your topper, and I can't stop thinking about it right now, so it's going to be interesting. Welcome, though, everybody. Thank you again, Tank, for the raid. You are just in time to hopefully see the Brews Brothers avoid the sweep. They are still looking for their first win of the circuit. Orbital right now are undefeated, so the Brews brothers certainly have their work cut out for them. I'd be lying if I say it wasn't ugly from the start with Brews brothers, but they've actually turned around and played quite well. It reminds me of an 18-wheeler, really, that just kind of takes time to get going, but once it does get going, it doesn't stop. So I do think that could be the situation with the Brews brothers. This one's bouncing off far corner. No Bake's going to send that one up. They are still shooting a little bit wide on that one. Phoenix going to keep it, though, in Brews Brothers territory. Law will get it on the challenge. Phoenix, though, has to come up as it did bounce. No Bake's rushing on this one. Big clear coming from Law. Sends it across the net, but really that was the only shot they were able to put on. Normally you would not like to see that cleared in that way, but good save coming from our friends in orange. Law's going to send this one back. No Bake is waiting, though. Sends this one up wide right, looking for the double from Blue. That one's going to be catapulted back from Jerome. Pinch, though, from Lawler. Gets a save and the assist on that one. Phoenix, though, is going to be wide open spaces, just like a hula hoop. That one goes in. It drops it under the defender. Lawler just came off awkward. Not sure if that may have been a bump, but Phoenix found the right place, right time, able to go in there. Thank you for the follow. Thank you all once again for the raid. Hope you are enjoying yourself. Probably covered a lot of that already, but Lawler wants me to be quiet, keep the focus on Brews Brothers, and I will. There's that topper right there. It looks like a green brain. Not entirely sure what it is. It could be a troll, like the little plastic things that you can do the hair on. I'm not sure. Maybe the troll's the driver and the hair is sticking out of the sunroof. Either way, though, Brews Brothers don't want to quit playing. Greta says disgusting is what it is. I have to reserve judgment until we get a close-up play, and Fang has not done. Oh, and No Bake tying this one up 3-3, 126. This one's going to come down to the wire. Really, Brews Brothers playing much better, like I said before, than they have, but they have got to keep the charge going right now because anytime they've been able to put one in, Orbital has struck right back. So it could be a case of where you wait till 1 second left in the game, and if you're Brews Brothers, you score. But we'll have to see how this one plays out. Jerome going up high. Law will get the clear on that one. No Bake is back on net for Blue, waiting to get it up. Brookfang sends this one high, goes up right of the outright. Phoenix has a misuse. Just like the gymnastics, that one could have hurt. Loken there to clean up Brokefang's mess. That one shoots in, and Brews Brothers are going up again now by one, keeping this very much within reach. Thank you for the follow, too, Crazy Almighty, if I did not put that out there earlier. And you as well, No Name Gaming. Thank you all very much. My quest to recoup V-Bucks from Epic is getting closer and closer. Need 1,000 followers to be an Epic partner. One day it'll happen. We're at 341 now. That's my goal, though. I figure if I have to buy any more Fortnite skins, I should at least be able to get some money back from it. My kids will use my code. This one bouncing off corner. Phoenix will challenge on that one. Law's going to try to carry this one out. Drome is pressuring, but this one sends off to the right. Phoenix has a nice little touch on that. I believe that may have misspoke there. That might have been Loken who had the nice little touch on that one. Either way, it was nice. Broke Fane's going to send this one off mid. Right now, possession is the name of the game for Brews Brothers. They have got to kill this clock right now. That one could have been costly as it floated in orange territory with nobody seeming to get control of it. Flick, though, catapults that one up. Phoenix does keep the touch on it, keeping this one in Brews Brothers territory. 10 seconds coming on the clock. This one is certainly not going to be over until that clock drops. That may have sealed the fate right there for Orbital as this one bounces the other way off wall. It does drop. We are going to have to see what happens. Dead ball rules do apply. Phoenix keeping this one up. Ball drops. Brews Brothers coming through with a win, avoiding the sweep. We'll have to talk about this one here in just a second. We'll send it up to Dan for some of that sweet home analysis. Ding, ding. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I really thought Brews Brothers were going to be in trouble on this one. Orbital certainly, they kept the pressure on. Anytime Brews would score, Orbital came up. But really, Brews Brothers just did an outstanding job in responding, avoiding, the sweep because we would not have let Broke Fang live without that one going on. Really, if you look at the shots right there too, they're even across the board. Pressure being applied evenly both ways. We've seen a couple of missed touches from each team, double commits. We certainly saw those, from Brews Brothers on one of those banging clears. Everybody was forward. Orbital took advantage of it. That's what these next games are going to come down to between the demos and the clears. Who's going to give possession up first? Who's going to have that misrotation? This one is really just going to be a game of mistakes because you're not seeing a lot of the flashy mechanics, right? This is just, at its ground core, just good Rocket League, with the rotations, shots. I think definitely getting shots on net or passes and then the flanks going through to try to clear net and bump the goalie out of the way could certainly work in either's favor. But that's what I've got to say about that. We're going to send it back down now for game number 4 coming at you. Back to Ad for that sweet old play-by-play. All right, it's going to be a good one. I like what I'm seeing here. This one could go either way. Brews Brothers looking for the reverse sweep right now. Crota, Beast, thank you very much. Damn, Adderall is jacked. I am, bro. Well, I also have like a gallon of water on board like in the last 30 minutes because Stream did the typical waterboarding thing. So I am carrying a little bit of water weight right now. But I'd like to think that it's mainly muscle. Thank you, though. I appreciate the comments. Thank you to you for that, Crota. Much appreciated. This one, 4:40 on the clock. We'll see who strikes first. Law's going to try to drop this one. That one does get shot wide, though. Broke Fang working back on rotation. Lot of Brews Brothers very forward on that one. Washboard abs. Might as well have been. They have 9 of them. I got 9 abs. Waterboarding because I used to have my hydrate used to be 250, but that's since been changed. That mistake has been corrected as I drank a whole Nalgene bottle my first game of casting. I'm currently tapping my feet about 100 miles an hour because I'm either going to pee all over myself, pee into a giant Gatorade bottle. I don't know what's going to happen at this point, but I find the faster I talk, the faster I keep tapping my feet, the easier it is to hold. 3:50 on the clock right now. Both teams are looking for the first point on this one. Law going to intercept this one, keeping the pressure right now over an Orbital. That's going to shoot off the backboard. Locan patiently waiting. That one does fly towards the other way. Smart defensive play because Law headed towards the opposite side looking for the clear. Blue certainly sent that one out right where it needed to be. Those kinds of plays you do like to see. Shows you that the players are using that game sense to kind of analyze the field and look where the defenders are, because a lot of times, let's be honest, we have a habit to kind of hit it just out, right? But great heads-up play by Blue. That's probably one of my favorite defensive plays tonight is Jerome's going to get a tap on Locan. Broke Fang! It's a crystal ball. Able to tell the future there. What do you know? I wonder if he knew he was going to sink that one in there. Striking first off the pass from Law. Brews Brothers, 1-0. Hey, welcome, Toko. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Locan and Phoenix going to battle it out at the mid-pitch on this one. This one will float towards orange corner. Law will get the challenge on that one. Rotates up, gets to flip up top, may clear it by 1. No Phoenix is there. I had 8 abs and I ripped the middle 2 sets in high school and they healed back as 1. Machine Broke Fang, though, has at least 2 abs that we know of because that's 2 more. Well, not 2 more. It's 2 for Broke Fang just in this game alone. Sniping that one and missed from Blue. Not something we've seen frequently tonight. It's very much in the realm of possibility Brews Brothers pull the reverse sweep. I would love to see it. Be happy for Seeger to get in there and get this one. Lawler, that was not supposed to go in. Orbital, though, decides to let it. What a great dish from Locan. Put that right where Law needed it. Bounced right off the car. Great possession. Great catch. Brews Brothers are running away with this one in what really could be one of the best reverse sweeps we've ever seen. I tell you, when this started off, for those of you, I don't know if I had said this when you were here or not, Brews Brothers, that first couple minutes of the game 1, it didn't look pretty. I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, well, maybe this is why they're 0-2. But this Brews Brothers team right now is just lights out. They're playing extremely well, and they're continuing to do so. The momentum they are starting to get is really just second to none right now. Jerome's going to challenge on this one. Phoenix will get the touch on that one. Not Jerome. Missed up. Broke Fang's going to challenge on that one. Keeping the pressure right now into Orbital's area, though. They are certainly not letting the pressure off. Sometimes when you're up on that lead as the clock winds down, you tend to play a bit more conservative. Brews Brothers, though, certainly not doing that. Gets a touch on it. Jerome does have to get the clear going the other way. I'm seeing 3 orange, though, on screen. That's never a good thing. They are able to cycle back as that one floated into the air. Jerome, though, puts that one in, makes a liar out of me. It looked as though Brews Brothers were going to be able to save that one. They could not. Orbital on the board now, 3-1. Located and Phoenix going to challenge this one at the 50. That one does float over towards Orbital territory. Broke Fang waiting over their net, trying to get a bump on a goalie. Like to see it. Law, though, will challenge this one. It does shoot high. Outside right, I should say. Jerome's going to send this one up high, possibly looking for a teammate. Broke will break that play up, though. Broke the play. Broke breaks the play. I like it. That was kind of confusing for a second. Locan will challenge this one. No bait, keeping the pressure on, though. Broke Fang will have to send this one up the wall. Phoenix is chasing. Lots of pressure right now from Orbital. The hope is that Brews Brothers continues to do what they're doing, though, because it's working out well. 1 minute's on the clock. This is not a win, though, for Brews Brothers as of yet. Lots can happen in this 1 minute. Misplays and the pressure of that clock can do a lot to a player's mental game. Locan patiently waiting on the wall. Like to see the slow carry because that is certainly helping with the clock possession time. No Bake is going to try to drop on this one. Jerome gets that off the top bar. Phoenix trying to fly in. That goes top bar down. Fortunately for Brews Brothers, they compose themselves and are able to push that one out. Not before that onslaught, though, by Orbital. Good attempt by them to keep this one in control, but they are not able to do much with it. Phoenix will bounce this one in. 1 point game with 22 seconds left. This one could get interesting. Not entirely sure what Lawler was doing there. If maybe might have ran up boost going up, but I believe that could have led to the issue with the goalie there trying to get the clear there. May have thought the teammate was going up for it, but 20 seconds on the clock. Brews Brothers certainly have to be careful. Law's going to get the challenge. Lost, though, as Jerome pushes that one up. Not really a loss. Floats towards mid. Phoenix has a shot on backboard, though, looking for somebody in blue. That one shoots wide right. Could be a painful 4 seconds from Brews Brothers. They're trying to keep the lead here. They will get the game. 1 second coming on the clock. That is it. Game 5. They did what they needed to do. And this is what you love to see. That big, giant green crystal ball staring right at you. We'll have to ask the analyst what he thinks about the future for Brews Brothers. Back up to Dan. I'll be back with you in a second. Ooh. I'm trying hard not to get excited, because to be honest with you, the first 20 seconds of this game, I'm going to be gone because I have got to drain my bladder. This one is super exciting right now. Did not expect it to come down to this. Not totally shocked, though. Like I said, the Brews Brothers these last couple of games have been playing lights out. We saw Brokefang going through the net on a couple of those. That's what we were talking about, creating that space and letting teammates come in and score. That certainly worked out for them on more than one occasion. Got a little hairy there towards the end. I don't know if it was just kind of them adjusting their play style and whatnot, or panic maybe kind of setting in. They outlasted, though, for sure. But this one is really anybody's to win. Would love to see Brews Brothers come away with the win. Would love to see Orbital come away with the win. A lot on the line for either team. Brews Brothers 0-2, Orbital 2-0. So there is something to gain, certainly, from both teams. This one will certainly come down to just that mistake. We'll have to see what happens here in just a second. Broke said it's all in the car. Everybody hates your car, but I like it, Brokefang. I think the crystal ball could have a win for you. We'll have to see how this one goes. Coming up, Game 5. Back down to Ad, who I believe is still in the restroom. He may be hung dry out for a second as he collects himself. Here we go. Game 5 going. Boom! That was one for the Guinness Book of World Records. I thought I'd come back to a 20 seconds time left in game. This one, though, Orbital striking first. Not much of a concern for Brews Brothers. They've been, like I said, held quite well. It has been a while, though, since Orbital's come off that initial goal. That could certainly help them with the momentum going forward in this one. 3:57 on the clock. Game 5. This one sniped in from Broke Fang, who comes off the opposite field with that. Law sends that sky high off the backboard. Broke Fang sneaks it by 2 defenders. Great shot, great placement, great pass. This one, this one's going to be interesting. Locan's going to challenge. Jerome will win that one, sending it skyrocketing back towards Orange net. Jerome may walk that in. Broke Fang with the save, though. That was a sure win. Sure in. If Fang had not been there for that one, nice shot placement. Just did not help Orbital out. This one's Law sends up high right, though. That was one of those clears that you wish you could get back as No Bait comes in and steals the show from that one. Law sent that one high. No Bait places that right where it needs to be. That is, like I said, that's one of those clears you wish you could get back. It happens, but it's important right now for Brews Brothers to shake it off like Taylor. Analyze. Yo, what's up, man? Ergal, how are you? Hope you're enjoying yourself this evening. Welcome to the stream. We've got a Game 5 celebration right now going on. This one, like I said, it's going to be interesting. This one's floating up towards the top. Phoenix will send that one down as Broke and Law committed on it. Could be trouble, though, as Orange cycles back to the net. Law gets the demo on Jerome, trying to go back. Challenge in front of the net. Broke trying to challenge it. Can't do it. Is No Big hula hoops around. Spins the ball right round. That was probably the worst connotation I could have made with it. I don't like it either. Either way, that goes in. Orbital up 3-1 right now. In big deficit starting to happen right now from Brews Brothers. Certainly something they can come back from, but we saw it earlier. Orbital started to run away, and it became very difficult for Brews Brothers to recover from it. Game 5, though, does add a little bit of mojo to your step or to your boost, however you want to look at it. Broke's going to send this one a high right off the backboard. Bake will be there to drop it down, though. Law's going to try to pinch it, but Jerome does get it higher. This one is challenged, sends back towards blue side. Still working possession right now. That one does bounce out to mid, but Law's back a little bit too far. Broke sends that one in a good challenge. Any more games after this? Yes, there's a 1v1 coming up right after this one. Challenging toward the side. If this is your last match, you should raid Pyro Jair's chair stream. That's awesome. I will. After my 1v1, we'll send it right over there. That's going to be great. 3-1 is your score right now. Brews Brothers are looking to add some more. This is Game 5. They got a lot going here. They have fought very hard to come back from this one and make it into a Game 5. Phoenix going to try to drop this one up. Locan patiently in the reverse. Gets the half flip. Very well executed. That's a 10 out of 10, if you ask me. Broke Fang challenging this one up mid, trying to look for a teammate there. Locan does go up. No Bake is able to keep that possession, though, sending that to the high right. Phoenix going up high on this one. Does try to get in there. Locan sends this back to the corner. 128. Time is starting to get short for Brews Brothers as Phoenix keeps this in orange territory, drops it to the other side. Broke Fang is trying to come with the outlet, but Jerome gets higher. No Bake's. Oh, and a pitch between two. Brews Brothers may have put that one in. That is hopefully not how it's going to end for him. Have to see what happens here. Is still hard to tell. May have been a ghost touch involved in that one, but certainly could let a lot of air out of your balloon if you're the Brews Brothers. Still time, though. Broke may have a read away with this one. Does. Pitches it high right. Can't get the pitch in the right area off that one as it does shoot high right. That would have been a tough angle, though. Apparently, oh, he did turn his stream off. Oh, that's sad. I wish we would have left it on. That'd have been a cool thing to get in on. We were there. That's how he makes partners.
By streaming his share, I like it. Fury Ain't Mad redeems that deep voice. I did see that one come up. Locan and Phoenix gonna challenge this one. It does shoot up high right, though. While trying to get the touch, looking for somebody there in orders to take it out. Phoenix makes him beg, though, not able to send in there. Jerome's going to be there with another shot. Right now, looks like panic may be working in the minds of Brews Brothers. They are certainly playing catch-up right now. 25 seconds on the clock. Must-win situation. It is going to be shot in from
Jerome, and that may have sealed the fate, though, for Brews Brothers. Fury ain't mad. How long does that last? That lasts 30 seconds. That is
The 30 seconds clock. I have to look back and see if it's too long, too short. They are timed out by 20 minutes so you can use it again. No Bake's going to go up with Broke Fang. That one will pop out to the right. 15 seconds on the clock. Brews Brothers may be walking away from this one, licking their wounds. You try to stay positive, but it is certainly getting more and more out of the reach of Brew Brothers right now, but not for lack of effort, as they certainly played very well. But Orbital may have just played that much better.
Redeemed Chipmunk voice. Ah, you got the Chipmunk voice. I didn't even know that one was activated, but guess what? Orbital staying in orbit, not coming back down. They move 3-0 going into week number 4, and the Brews Brothers are still looking for that first win as they drop 0-3. We'll have to see here in just a couple of minutes who we're going to get on interviews, but good games really by both teams. Brews Brothers cannot be mad at how they play by any stretch of the imagination. To go in from that 0-2 and take this to a 5, that is just something to keep your head held up high, because I tell you, like I've said it like 1,000 times now, but the first 2 minutes of the game, it was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be an absolute schwacking, but they really turned it around. But Orbital really just, to come back from the potential reverse sweep is a tough thing to do mentally, but a really great series by both teams. You love to see game 5s, and they really gave a show for that one. Just a moment, we'll see if we're going to be doing any interviews. We do have a 1v1 for the last cast of the night, and there's a busy lobby waiting as we go to talk to our teams.
Too, and thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. You got any other teammates here, or is it just you?
No, it's just me.
What is going on? Still on the hunt. But hey, congratulations, because that went to a game 5, and really that could have gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, it is what we did this last week too. Last week we started down 0-2 and then won the next 2 games against Sloth Kingdom and then dropped game 5. So I don't know. Apparently that's the thing that we do here.
It is, but like really, if you look in the long run, that really puts you, to be that much more resilient to those, because I even said it during the stream. I don't know if you had it on. The first 2 minutes of the game, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be an absolute schwacking. But you guys just seem like you need that much more time to get going. And once you get going, you are hard to slow down.
Right, and it's just a matter of playing together. We all know each other in real life, and we've just gotten super busy over the last couple of months. We ended up getting 3rd last circuit, and after that 3rd place match last week was the first time that we had played together since December. Since that 3rd place match in early December. Tonight was the first time that we'd played since last week. So,
yep.
So it's just a matter of getting back to our place. And we've played so much together that it takes us a little bit, but we get it.
Right. Well, it's a balancing act too, right? Because you also cast for IGL, so you balance being able to play, having to cast, because there's sometimes even when I come out of casting, a match, if I have like a 2-match, 3-match night, I don't really want to play Rocket League afterwards. So then you also throw that in there. That is a lot to balance, though.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
And then I also coach esports as well, and Rocket League's one of the games that we have. So it's just one of those. The time to get it in, it's rough, but it's IGL. We're here to have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna run around and smack a ball and hit some people and have a good time.
So why is everybody obsessed with your topper? I did see a couple of notes in chat there. Topper of the year, I believe, was one of them. There was a lot of crystal ball references. I mean, there is you could probably get a lot of money if you ever decided to sell that topper.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. normally, so I run boxing mod, so I don't see my car. And the first time that I was ever on Tank's stream, he gave me crap about my car. So now I specifically make a car week to week and let Tank know if he's not streaming where I'm going to be. That car is specifically for Tank, and that topper. I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, the crystal ball. This one's going to be the best one yet. We look into the future.
Yep. Yeah, that was good. What did the future tell you about the game tonight?
Apparently not good things.
Yeah, it's like shaking up the 8 ball.
That's the shaken outlook does not look good.
Well, hey, it's really one of those series I think you walk away. If it was 3-0 and you got swept, you could really be down on. But to take it to a game 5 and really kind of come back with that really uphill battle you all had, I think you played well. I really do. And I don't think it's going to be much longer till you get that first win. I know you're still on the hunt for it.
Right, and like I said, we came off of third place last circuit, so I mean, we've been there. It's just a matter of playing, and tier 3 looks different because of free to play. There's a lot of different teams, so it's a matter of and I'm not down talking any teams, but how much respect do we? Is this someone who has the mechanics of a tier 2 team that has dropped down to tier 3, or is this someone who's playing up into tier 3 because they played in the last circuit and they're down diamond? Like, that's us. That is us. We don't have the mechanics of GC C2. We just, so it's a balancing act of how much space do we give them, how much space don't we give them, are they going to beat us, how fast they are, and it takes us a couple games to figure that out. So, but I mean, seriously, we care to win, but we don't care. It's freaking IGL, man. We're just out here having fun.
Yep. And that's the name of the game. And I told everybody, it's like an 18-wheeler, right? That 18-wheeler takes some time to get out of first gear, second gear, third gear. But once you guys get rolling, there's no stopping you.
Just don't hit the J-brake, man. Don't hit the J-brake.
That's it. Well, hey, thanks again for coming in for the interview. Much appreciated. Best of luck going forward. And thanks for hitting me up for casting y'all's game. I had a blast.
No problem, man. Thanks for doing it. I'll hop on out. You can pull in the winning team, cap it off with them. Congrats to them. GG's. I believe they're 3-0. So everyone else here in Tier 3 Div 7, look out for them, man.
Have a good one. Thanks a lot, buddy.
No problem. Take care.
All right, we got Orbital coming in here next. We're going to chat with them. Big group now, going up 3-0. How you fellas doing tonight, guys and gals? Because I don't know. But how are you all doing tonight?
Hello.
Very good.
Doing well.
3-0. Did you think you would be 3-0 leaving tonight's game?
No.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Going into the series, we were feeling pretty good about over the past 2 series two games that we've done well. But after they tied it up 2-2, we were a little bit worried for a second.
That was, and I'll be honest, I thought you all were going to run away with it, because sometimes you can kind of tell how a match's tempo is going to go. The first 2 minutes, I think the first goal was in like 4 seconds, and it was like, okay. And then the next one, it was like, ooh, this could be rough. But then they really had your number for a couple of games, and I was wondering if there was any concern with your team as we went into that, as they started piling on the wins after your game 2 win.
Yeah, there definitely was. We definitely noticed that they realized our momentum and played off of it really well. They started starving us really good on offense and just kept hitting and badgering us until we messed up in goal and got that cap. I think what probably turned it for them was the last second miss that I had when I doubled Feels backflip, man. In game 3.
Yeah. And there was a couple of times too, like when that ball just kind of steadily stayed in the net and Brews Brothers somehow cleared it for all intents and purposes. Even though I was like, I can't believe that wasn't a goal, but that had to have been like really deflating, to kind of be involved in a play like that where you just couldn't get what you wanted to go with the game. And you have to wonder what kind of, what kind of things that does to your momentum as well.
I would definitely say a lot of the stuff that happened, a couple misses, a couple backflips, it definitely slowed us down. And after we lost that first one in game 3, we quit calling. And in that last game 5, we just decided we really got to just butter through it and start calling where we're at. Our calls got much better, comms were much better, and really, you saw how that turned out.
Yeah, it was really a different story. Once you guys started getting the traction and the momentum, it was really, you were just off to the races, and that was it.
Yes, sir.
3-0 now. What do you look at building the momentum going into next week where you're trying to get 4-0? Where are you going to spend the next few days kind of preparing yourselves going into that?
I mean, honestly, we just play Rocket League here and there. When we get closer to the game, we start to do scrims with our buddies. They're pretty high levels, so they're a really good challenge for us. Really helps us keep that fast-paced gameplay and gets us really prepared for the game. So that's usually what we do for any week. We're told that these next few weeks are supposed to be extremely difficult with some of the top teams in our division. So we'll see how this goes, but that practice got to stay up for us to win.
And even in our practice scrims, I would say, just working on our communications and as well our team play. A lot of good passes could have came out of some of our positions we had tonight, and we weren't able to cap on a lot of them. So something to work on for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Do you find when you're kind of playing, and I think it's interesting when people talk about it, because even, I play in a couple other leagues, and when you start kind of losing and sliding, you have to remind yourself, okay, we actually got to talk, and then things actually kind of start picking up again. Is that something you all kind of find something you're constantly having to work on? Is there somebody who says, hey, we got to keep talking again, kind of bringing everybody together and bringing those comms back online?
Yeah, I definitely would say Phoenix is the guy to do that on our team. He's hard on both Jerome and I, but we always do better. we always do better when he's talking, and we all start talking once he does.
Well, hey, big win tonight. You guys now go into week 4 at 3-0. Looking to win out. I'm not going to say what happened to the Patriots, but, there is that possibility you guys weren't all the way through, but you guys played extremely well going into a game 5 when you go back 2 in those last couple. Tough, but you all definitely held out and ran away with it. So congratulations to you, and thanks for coming by to talk.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the stream.
Absolutely. Best of luck going forward. Looking forward to seeing how you all do the rest of the season.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Well, thank you. GG's.
GG's.
Good games, fellas.